is our guest today, and she is with the CPAS analyst. Yep. You're the lead for that particular team?
Yep.
All right, as you can see in the background, we have, now this is a simulated Orion capsule?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a test vehicle.
Okay, they don't generally want you to drop the real thing when you're just testing.
Right.
And on Wednesday, you're going to be doing, I know, is it the 8th test overall for the...
So this is our 8th qualification test.
Okay.
So we had a series before that of development tests, and during that time we were changing the system and modifying the parachutes some to make them better and better. And we had, I believe it was 17 development tests. And then when we finished with those, we sort of set the system in stone. Okay, so this is the final system. And then I have done a series of 8 qualification tests, and this is our 8th test. And after this, we'll be going through and doing flight analysis, and we're going to basically verify all our requirements and show that based on all of our testing, our system works the way that we need it to carry humans back from space.
All right, now what makes Yuma Proving Ground so appealing for this type of testing?
So there's several different things. The biggest thing really is that we have a low population. So we're able to take it out to a place where we won't land on anything, you know, and we can test all of our parachutes that way. There's, you know, especially during development and things when you're still learning how the parachutes work and things like that, it's really good to have, you know, there's nothing in the way. Yep. And actually, as the parachutes are coming down, there are 11 different parachutes from start to finish. And so as each of those, at the end, there are only 3. And so as each of those parachutes gets released, there's pieces of debris that are intentionally released, and we can't have people under that debris.
Okay.
That's not safe. So we need to have a place that's low population and that kind of thing. And then on top of it, we work with the Army and the Air Force, and so it helps. There are pilots and other things like that, and so it helps to be in a place where they are used to operating and that sort of thing.
Now, give us an idea of the dimensions of this parachute. It's not something you'd use if you were just a normal person jumping out of a regular airplane.
Right, so our main parachutes are really gigantic. They're about 116 feet in diameter, and there's 3 of them. So if you laid them out end to end, they would cover a football field from 10-yard line to 10-yard line.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so they're really gigantic, and that's because they're slowing down a very heavy vehicle. So
what happens to this test vehicle once you're done with it?
So in our previous tests, we use it again and again, but yeah, now that we're done, there's different talks about where it might end up. It could end up in one of our visitor centers in Houston, where the public could come look at it. It may end up being kept for later in case there's parachute testing of some other kind. Yes, so there's some different options, and it's still, I think, it being decided. But yeah, it may end up in a place where the public can come see it at some point.
Now, is it possible that the community might be able to actually see the launch and the deployment of this parachute on Wednesday? How far away is that possible?
Yes, so actually on 95, some places along 95 you'll be able to see it. So we actually have some guests. In fact, my husband's here to see a drop test this time. He hasn't gotten to see one before. And so there's a group of our friends and family who can't actually come on to Yuma Proving Grounds, but who will be on the highway watching and from there. So.
And as long as you have internet access, you might be able to watch the launch online, correct?
Absolutely.
All right. Is that nasa.gov/Orion?
I believe so, but I'm not certain.
Okay, we will double check on that for you, just to make sure, because we want to encourage anyone. I mean, this is history in the making.
Absolutely.
It really truly is, and space is where it's all at.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, how did you get your start?
You know, I grew up always wanting to work at NASA, and then I met somebody when I was in high school who knew people who co-opt. So basically that's where you do a repeated internship throughout college. And so I actually started working at NASA as a co-op, basically a repeated intern, when I was 19.
Oh wow.
And so then I did 5 semesters of interning while I was in college. And then when I graduated, I came on full-time in 2010. And
See,
So-
dreams can come true.
Yes, they
Absolutely.
can.
You work
All right.
hard.
Well, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to speak with us. We're really excited about Wednesday, as I'm sure you are.
Me too. Absolutely. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you so much.
Yeah.